I told the witch doctor. No, I'm not even gonna start singing that song. I hate that song. Why was I singing that song or saying it? Because I wasn't really singing too well. Is because this is the Witch Doctor. If you can see, there you go. So Witch Doctor Brewing Company. Okay. Now this brewing company is right here in Southington, Connecticut, which is an excellent town. If you ever get a chance, check out Southington, Connecticut. And if you wanted to check out the, if you ever wanted to go to the brewery, get yourself some of this beer, because I'm almost dead certain they don't sell at liquor stores. You actually have to go to the brewery itself. So it's 168 Center Street in Southington, Connecticut. So if ever you're around, come on down. From what I hear, they brew some pretty good beer. Okay. So what kind of beer is this? Well, I mean, this guy looks like a chocolate bar, and he's eating peanuts, which would only lead me to believe that this is going to be a peanut bar chocolate stout. Okay. Coco For Peanuts. Let's see here. So the alcohol by volume is 6.2%. And this is going to be a 1 pint, 16 fluid ounce can. Brian, they're all 16 ounces. Jeez, gosh, Brian. This is going to be an ale with natural flavors. Oh, so it's not a stout, it's an ale. Okay. Wow, this will be interesting because I've never had a chocolate peanut butter ale before. So yeah, well, we'll see what happens, huh? It doesn't have any fancy backstory to it, unlike my other beers. But yeah, it's So my wife and I went out. We went out there to the brewery. Parking's pretty easy. You just gotta make sure that you don't park next to the apartments because you might get towed. But that's depending on whether or not they tow or if they're really strict. But anyway, all right. So let's give it a whirl and see what this Coco For Peanuts is. It's cooking. Hopefully, it's cooking with Crisco because that's the way I like it. I'm sorry, like I have pets and there's like hair. All right. Cool. Here we go. Wish me luck. Oh gosh, here we go. All right. So we opened it. Now let's give it a smell. So it smells like if you've ever had that cereal, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup cereal, or any knockoff of that, it smells exactly like that. So if you ever were to get those cereals or have a cereal like that in your household, you open up the bag, smell, and you're going to smell the same thing here. It's going to smell exactly like that. All right. Yeah, you can smell the peanut butter. Yeah, no, it actually just smells like peanut butter and chocolate. But yeah, it's... I don't know. You know, I don't go around sniffing Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, so I can't say that it smells like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. But maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But it definitely smells like that cereal because, believe it or not, I've had a knockoff. It's like an all-healthy peanut butter chocolate cereal. That... You know, it tasted pretty good. However, you know, when they come in those like little balls, and then when you start to eat them, they start cutting into like the roof of your mouth, and then you're like going into work the next day, like, oh man, or no, not the next day because you wouldn't eat cereal and then not do anything and then go to work the next day. So, so after eating that cereal, you go into work that morning, hopefully, and your mouth is all cut up and beat up and stuff from those cereals, so you gotta let it like soak in milk for a while before you eat it. Little tip. Anyway, All right. So I did have some beer in this from before, but it'll be fine. It was a stout. It might actually make this taste better. But anyway, let me go ahead and taste now after the smell test. Oh yeah, very powerful flavor. Me sipping the rest of whatever was left in that glass didn't make any difference. It's shockingly good. Yeah, you can definitely taste the peanut butter, the chocolate. You know what, peanut butter chocolate. Like I'm telling you, it's the smell. Whatever smell that you get from the from those bags of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup cereals, even the knockoffs, like you will taste exactly what that smell is. There's no difference whatsoever. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I had to throw something in the washer. I was like, the washer's going. I'm going to put my hand in my pockets, and I have one of those face masks that you can wash in the washer. So I was like, oh, forgot to put that in there. Well, the face mask had chocolate on it, so I was like, that has to get washed. Because I don't want to walk around with like this chocolate smudge on it. Yeah, you know, I mean, I like my sweets. So anyway, so far so good. Like for an ale, I was a little hesitant. Like, oh well, you know, this chocolate peanut butter ale might taste a little weird because it's not a stout. Normally the chocolate peanut butter stouts, boom, spot on, delicious, hands down, awesome. But then when you, I mean, apparently this is an ale, so I don't know. It's actually shockingly good. If I had to give it a star rating, I would give it a 4 out of 5. You know, it's a must try. Yeah, a must try. So a 4 out of 5 right out of the can. Now we're gonna pour it into the glass, and let me see if I can. This is probably better if I poured it this way. All right, so here we go. So again, as you can see, I'm pouring right along the side there. There's no fuzz just yet. And now I want there to be, because I'm not going to pour the whole thing in. And then, boom. Look at that. The perfect pour. See that? So you're not going to get too much of that in your mouth on initial taste, and it looks classy. So before it was with a stout, and I had to hold it there a little longer, but because this is an ale, it was easy just 1,002, boom, done. So that's a good thing to go by if you want that nice little classic layer of foam, is to, you know, when you're done, drop it, 1,002, and you can eyeball it too. Once it starts to accumulate, drop it, bam, you're done. Good night. All right, so I smelled and tasted right from the can. Let me put this back into view so you guys can take a look at it. So now I'm gonna try it right from the glass. Yeah, from the glass, it smells good. It smells exactly the same. Yeah, there's honestly no difference going from the can to the glass. Color looks pretty cool. Like, you know, it's a darker ale. So, I mean, you can look like a badass in front of your friends. Yo, dude, what are you drinking over there? Oh, God, man, I'm drinking peanut butter chocolate. Oh, yeah? Is that a stout? No, bro, it's an ale. Holy guacamole. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that's how I talk around my friends. Yeah, we're really lame. So, I'll just pour the rest in there. Glub, 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 glub. Ah, yeah. Notice that I didn't tilt it because I didn't need to. There wasn't enough beer in there to, create too much of that foam, so. Cheers! Not bad at all. So it's definitely a definite must buy. How much was this? I think it was still like around. It's usually like your pints, your 4-can pints are gonna be around $14-16 range. I think that's what this was as well. Good stuff. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 out of the can. Same for the glass, no difference. So yeah, that's Witch Doctor, right out of Southington, and I believe they're relatively new. Because I used to live in Southington and I've never heard of them. So, but here in Connecticut, breweries pop up like rabbits, just they're all over the place, which is great because if you're a beer fanatic. I mean, living in Connecticut's a little rough on the wallet, but there's a brewery right around the corner wherever you go, and it's heaven. If you ever want a brewery hop, or even if you want to take a trip out to Connecticut, like what is there to do in Connecticut? Well, there are casinos here, and there's water stuff to do around here in the summertime, but I'm telling you what, like you would not be able to brewery hop at all and hit like all the breweries in Connecticut because you would be completely obliterated by the time you hit brewery number 2. The breweries out here are awesome. I've been impressed. Connecticut, they have some really good breweries. There's this one out in Massachusetts called, and this was like hidden, unknown. I've never heard of it. And this guy told me about it. He was like, yeah, man, not too many beer goers know about this one, but it's called Treehouse in Massachusetts. And their beer is like tip top, awesome, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, yeah. And when I had one of their beers, wow, I fell in love with their IPA. And which I will try to do one of those on this channel, but right now I don't have one, and I don't really want to drive like 2.5 hours north to get it. So especially when there's so many beers I can taste right here in Connecticut. So I don't know. And if you know exactly what I'm talking about. Go to Treehouse, get a bunch of different IPAs, okay? Drink one IPA, then when you're done, rinse your palate out, water, eat a saltine cracker, and then have another IPA. And then if you really want to go and get ballsy, drink the first one. Actually, no, hide all the IPAs, okay? All the different ones. And then try and guess which one you're drinking. I bet you a lot of money that you will not be able to guess what IPA you're drinking because all their IPAs are, I feel, in my honest opinion, are exactly the same. Yeah, delicious, very delicious. However, there's Orange Julius, I think is one, and then there's Purple Haze. You cannot tell apart. There are some other IPAs that they have too. You honestly cannot tell apart. So if you can get one of those IPAs cheaper than the other couple, then go with the cheapest one because it's gonna taste exactly like all the other ones. So I know I should be talking about Witch Doctor. This is the only one I have of theirs right now, but I'd be willing to go back up there if I'm in the area because I do have some family up that way. and to try some more of what they have. Definitely, a big surprise, to me, being an ale and all, that this chocolate peanut butter ale was actually rather delicious. So again, 4 out of 5. If you're in the area, I would get it, but I would not travel to go and get it because, again, there's a brewery around the corner everywhere you go that probably does the whole peanut butter chocolate thing, and you could probably just maybe even get the same thing there. And who knows, that could even be better. I don't know. So anyway, and if I ever get a chance, though, speaking of that, if I ever get a chance, so there's this brewery in northern New Haven here in Connecticut called, oh my gosh, Nebco, New England Brewing Company. Now, they make this one called the Fudger Nutter. So it's like fudge and peanut butter. Oh my gosh. Well, they made it once, and it was crazy delicious. I was like, oh, I should have just bought a growler. They didn't can it. They just had it right out of the tap. But, yeah, I was so shocked as to how great it was. Maybe it was too good to where it took them too much time to make and maybe even too much effort. Because sometimes, have you ever done a good job where man, I nailed it. This is awesome. However, I really don't want to do that again. So that's pretty much, I think, where they're at with that Fudge Nutter, because every time I ask about it, they're like, well, they'll have it out in March. Well, they just didn't get around to it. Well, they keep putting it off. It's like, don't put it on your website if you're not going to brew the darn thing. Now, I'm telling you, this beer was out of control, crazy good, and I'm definitely going to have to go and look for that one. If I had a choice between that and to get back to the poor old Witch Doctor Brewing Company, I would definitely go after the Fudge Nutter from New England Brewing Company in northern New Haven, Connecticut. Cool. So, yeah. But still, this is good. If you're around the Southington, Connecticut area, definitely check out WITCHDOCTOR Brewing Company. This beer is really, really, it's good. It's a 4 out of 5. It's a must try. Yeah, I mean, do yourself a service, and when you're there, if they have it on tap or if they have a can of it, go ahead and grab yourself one. All right, so that's all I have for you today. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, I rambled on a little bit, and you didn't have to watch the whole video. What of it? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and cheers.